Hi, guys. It's Tina Lorraine, your certified abundant life coach, love coach, mind coach, Monday coach. Happy Monday, guys. Finished our 30-day life challenge for last month, and now I'm on a new one. I told you I do well with challenges. Now, the life coach group is doing one, a different one. We don't have to be on every day, but at least 3 times a week. So you get to see my mug again, again, over and over and over again. But it's okay. I know I love you, and hopefully you love me. I'm sending out my love energy, so I know it's coming back to me and multiplied because I serve an abundant God, and God is about abundance. So I know if I'm loving on you, you're loving on me back, right? I hope your Monday is marvelous and magnificent. See, I got two adjectives for today: marvelous and magnificent Monday. And I just wanted to jump on really quick and first say happy Monday. But I was kind of thinking about today. Remember, we're talking about being successfully single. And you know, my motto is single is not a stigma. And although we're successful at being single, we're open to love, right? That's what I say. I'm successful at being single, but I'm always open to love. And I was kind of thinking about one of the major things that people don't like about being single is the loneliness, the feeling of loneliness. And, you know, I always get questions from clients about, you know, I feel lonely. What am I supposed to do with that? It's like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, you have to do something with it. Like, you're not supposed to feel it. Like, it's something bad. And it really isn't. What do you do with loneliness? You feel it. And there's nothing that you have to be ashamed of. A lot of times I think we think it's because it's uncomfortable that we have to therefore do something with the loneliness. Like, you know, there's something wrong with me. I shouldn't be feeling this way. You're alone. Of course you're going to have bouts of feeling it. Even if when you think about it spiritually, even if you believe in like Jesus, he had times when he was alone, and I'm sure just the weight on his shoulders of being the Son of God carried its own problems. I mean, it's not like you can be close to everybody. It's not like he had a big entourage of friends, and within that friend circle, he had one that was betraying him. He had different personality problems to deal with, Peter, and you know, and all that. So don't, you know, I'm sure he felt lonely in being, I mean, there was only one Son of God walking around on the earth, right? Or if you believe he's a prophet or whatever, but there's only one person like walking around with that mantle on his, you know, back. So I'm sure that he felt alone at times, but what do we do with it? Well, you want to know what I do with it? Because I mean, we all feel it sometimes. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say just because I'm successfully single that I never feel loneliness. The thing with me is I don't have a problem with feeling it. I used to feel like a lot of people did, like I have to do something with it. And it's okay to do something with it in the fact of you could, you know, call a friend. You should have at least one friend that you can call and say, that you can be accountable to, that's close to you, that you can trust, and you can go, hey, you know, girl, I was feeling, or guy, I was feeling lonely today. Dog, I was kind of struggling. And they might be suffering with the same thing. And, you know, you just kind of dialogue about it, and then you just get it out, and then, you know, it is just what it is. Or you can go do something. You can, oftentimes I just like dance, I'll choreograph something, or else I'll look at dance. I'll just do something that brings me joy. Do something that I can follow my bliss with. But the one thing I don't want you to do is when you're feeling lonely is hide from it or try to deny it. That's when it's unhealthy. Don't deny what it is, acknowledge it. And then if you still feel like you need to the company, or you just want to, you know, do something else besides sit there, and then of course reach out to people or go out or do something. But don't use things like partying and people, and don't use things for escapism if you know that it's bothering you beyond what's healthy. When you know that it's bothering you beyond what is healthy is when you start to think things like, Well, I bet so and so, I bet you Greg is not feeling lonely because he got somebody else 2 months after he left me. That's that when you start going down that mind tripping road, like, well, my friends don't seem like they're lonely, or why does it seem like everybody else is having fun and not me? And when you start hearing that dialogue of feeling sorry for yourself, or feeling angry, if you start to feel feelings of angriness or bitterness, if your thoughts lead you in that direction when you're feeling lonely, then you're not sitting in a healthy place in that emotion. And if you're not sitting in a healthy place and you know that you don't have anyone to be accountable to, then you need to book a consultation. Click on the link. I'm just a click away. Book your complimentary consultation. At some point, you have to get serious about the work in your life. No one can push you, no one can make you, but you have to make a decision for yourself. You need coaching. You need to be accountable to someone. So therefore, don't just sit there in your mess, and don't sit there definitely and feel sorry for yourself, because you want to get past that point. We all have those times where we want to feel sorry for ourselves. But the thing is, what are you going to do about it? Because feeling sorry for yourself is not going to make it go away. Feeling sorry for yourself is just going to what? Do what? Make you depressed, make you angry, make you bitter, make you hate on the person who put you in that position. It's like, I wouldn't be lonely if it was for, if it would have worked out, doggone it. She went and got somebody else real quick. And what's that other mindset like? When we're doing our work and we're in that isolation stage, and we're like, okay, God, why is it I have to do all this work, and so they over there living their best life? See, you don't want to think like that. That's just bitter. It becomes angry. That's that stuff that you start comparing yourself, and that's no good either. What I want to tell you is that it's okay to feel alone when you're single. There's nothing wrong with it. There's people who are married or in long-term relationships that feel alone. So having a love partner is not the answer for feeling alone. Just acknowledging it. We have to learn how to, just like we navigate our lives when being single, you have to learn how to navigate certain emotions with being single. And understand that there's nothing wrong with feeling lonely. There's nothing that you have to put a band-aid on. There's nothing wrong with you if you're lonely. If you're feeling alone, it's just a part of life. Everybody goes through those phases, so don't fake yourself out and thinking that only if I had that significant other, I wouldn't feel lonely. Yes, you would, because you guys are not going to be attached at the hip, or I hope you ain't. Everybody has to do things. You have a social circle outside of him or her. At some point, you always have to deal with feelings of feeling alone. So don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you oppressed and depressed and woe is me and I'm so sorry for myself. And what about that one? If it wasn't for him or her, I wouldn't be in this situation. I wouldn't be by myself. Don't let it go to that. If you're feeling that way, you need to book your complimentary consultation with me, baby, and let's get to working. And like I said before, if it's coming, just feel those feelings. And if you just want to go do something like hang out or call a friend or do whatever, just understand that's healthier than trying to use escapism, trying to deny that you're feeling lonely, feeling ashamed of feeling lonely. There's no shame in God's game. Say that to yourself next time you feel lonely. There's no shame in God's game. I'm telling you, God is always with us. And I know sometimes that could sound very cliche, like, yeah, Tina, Coach Tina, God is always with me, but I still feel lonely, and that's fine. I still feel lonely at times, and I know God is with me, in me, always talking to me, always creating together. Me and God, best buds. So I get it, but, lonely isn't your enemy. When you're alone, I'm just kind of grateful for it. There are times when I was just like, it gets to be too much, y'all. But then I just do stuff. I just go do stuff. I'm not escaping into stuff. I just feel like it's like, okay, well, that's enough of that, Tina, because I spend more time alone than I do anything else because I actually enjoy it. I'm kind of a hermit that way. But, I have my times when I'm out and about and just out. And it's usually, it runs in like, succession. It's like once I get out, then I'm out and out and out and out and out. And then I have to start breathing. I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Now I got to go be a hermit again because that's my default. That's what I'm used to. So don't feel bad about feeling lonely if you're single. It's not a punishment for being single. It's not a punishment from God. Everybody feels feelings of loneliness. It just depends on what you do with them, okay? All right. Happy, marvelous, magnificent Monday. Book your consultation, get your work done. Stop thinking that it's just you, that you're the only one struggling with being lonely, that you're the only one struggling with being single. You are not. I have clients that say otherwise. The only difference between my clients and you is that you're not my client yet, but you need to click that link and book your complimentary discovery call, okay? All right. I love you. Have a marvelous, magnificent Monday. I will see you soon. Bye bye.